This morning, the jury deliberations are set to begin in the Boston Marathon bombing trial. 5 men and 7 women will decide the fate of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev in the attacks that left 4 people dead and more than 260 others hurt. Don Dahler is in Boston right now awaiting the verdict that could come as early as today, some people say. Don, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, jurors will begin poring over 16 days of evidence and testimony in this federal courthouse behind me. This is the first time they're being allowed to discuss the case, as well as the 30 counts that Dzhokhar Tsarnaev faces, which ranges from use of weapons of mass destruction to conspiracy. Federal prosecutor Alok Chakravarty didn't mince words when he described Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and his actions in closing arguments Monday. This was a cold, calculated terrorist act, Chakravarty said. This was intentional. It was bloodthirsty. It was to make a point. The jury saw video of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev setting down his pressure cooker bomb right behind a row of children, including the youngest victim to die in the attack, 8-year-old Martin Richard. The prosecutor argued these children weren't innocent to him. They were American. Of all the places that he could have placed the bomb, he placed it right there. The government says evidence like the jihadi materials found in Tsarnaev's laptops and his alleged confession written while hiding in a boat prove that Dzhokhar was a willing partner in the bombings, the murder of Officer Sean Collier, and the carjacking of Dun Ming. The prosecution ended with a montage of graphic images from the aftermath of the attacks, accompanied by jihadi chants found on the defendants' mobile devices. In closing arguments, attorney Judy Clark continued with the theme which has been at the heart of Tsarnaev's defense. He did it, but was manipulated by his older brother Tamerlan. She said evidence shows it was Tamerlan who bought the materials, built the bombs, and lured the younger Dzhokhar into jihad. Clark told jurors, "We must understand who was leading and who was following," arguing, "We don't deny that Dzhokhar fully participated in the event, but if not for Tamerlan, it would not have happened." If the jury finds him guilty on any of those 30 charges, the sentencing phase will begin next Monday. And if any of those guilty verdicts come down on one of the 17 capital offenses he's charged with, that very same jury will begin to hear evidence to decide whether Dzhokhar Tsarnaev deserves life in prison or the death sentence. Charlie.
Don, thanks.